Hey, what's up, Internet? LinkedIn probably is where I'm going to put this. I wanted to talk about the difference between different sales and marketing genres, techniques, whatever you want to call it. So there is, you've heard, oh my goodness, you've probably heard of inbound marketing, outbound demand generation. You've probably also most recently heard of account-based marketing, right? So I wanted to kind of draw a graph that my best friend Noah Burke and I have kind of put together. Really, actually, is hidden. I'll give him the credit. He introduced me to the graph. I improved it, I think. But here's the graph. So check it out. You have two axes. You have on this axis, we're going to put your potential lead universe. So I'm going to call it potential lead universe. That means all the number of people that you can do business with. So on this end of the axis is like infinity, or 7 point whatever billion, how many people are in on the planet. And down here, I can't do business with anyone, 0, right? Now on this axis, I'm going to put your lifetime customer value, aka revenue, but lifetime customer value. So down here is you get $1 for every sale, 1 cent, whatever you want to call it. Over here, we're getting big enterprise software sales. Okay, so when you have big revenue but a small potential lead universe, so when you're in this kind of area over here, it's like, hey, I make a lot of money when I make a sale, but I don't have a lot of people I can make a sale to. Maybe I'm in a niche, maybe my software is very targeted, or maybe my service is very targeted. A really good tactic here is account-based marketing, right? So in account-based marketing, what you're doing is you're saying, here are the companies that I want to work with, or the individuals I want to work with, and there's a limited amount of them, so our y-axis, and we're going to go after them. We're going to laser target them. We're going to spearfish them, and we're going to land them as deals, right? We're going to generate content that is important to them, that they would value, and we're going to go after them and get it to them, right? Now, let's say your lifetime customer value is maybe not as high, and let's say your customer value. Let's say you have a lot of people you could work with, but it's also somewhat limited. There's a cap to it, if you will, right? Here is where I would say outbound comes into play, and I drew these dotted lines because you can also do inbound, here as well. So outbound, the reason I'm putting it here is, like, again, we have a limited prospect universe, and we make a lot of money from a sale. So we want to get out there and make these sales. We want to get in front of the people. We know who the people are because there's a limited number of them. We know who they are, and we want to get in front of them and pitch our services, be known to them. I think these things don't all live in a vacuum. They don't. They're not independent of one another. Hence the dotted lines there. And I think also, like, let's say your company lives like here. I think you can peel off. This amount of your prospect universe, who when you sell to them, the dollar amount's way higher. So you can peel them off, and you can come and you can say, hey, I'm going to do ABM for this group of customers. Maybe that's an industry or a sector. Maybe that's one of your products that you sell to that garners you higher revenues, and it's a smaller number of prospects that you can get to. And so you do ABM for those, and you do outbound for the rest, but you also do some inbound as well. One more thing I would say here is you should always be doing some semblance of inbound. Even if your prospect universe is really small and you make a lot of money from a sale, I would lump things like positioning and branding under inbound. And even if you sell to the government, let's say, when they come to your website, for example, you want them to have a good experience, understand what you do, why you're different. You need your site to work to give them that experience, and because you don't want to give them a reason not to buy from you, right? So inbound, you don't have to do all of the inbound strategies all the time, especially if you're kind of an ABM player. Here's my beautiful graph. I'm sure Noah would draw it differently, but we'll see if he responds to this video to show us how he would make this. Hopefully this is helpful for someone out there. This is fun stuff for me. I'm sure it's fun for someone else. So if it's fun, give me a comment, a link, a like, something. Say something. Engage with me, somebody. Come on, I'm bored. I'm not running an agency over here or anything. Come on. Just kidding. Love you. Bye.